That's what the point of this technique is, to get you to attach to that part of yourself that has faith in source. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique Davis, also known as Brown and Bendy. And here on this channel, we practice flexibility of the mind, the body, and the spirit. Today, I want to share with you one of my favorite manifesting techniques, and I'll just jump right into it. Through scripting or meditating, visualizing, I want you to imagine that 10 minutes ago, you just got word that whatever you've desired, whatever you've wanted, is yours. You just got the news 10 minutes ago. Whatever you want is yours. So in 10 minutes, there's not going to be much that changes in your physical reality. So I want you to imagine that 10 minutes ago, you got the information that whatever you've desired is yours. And also have the understanding that everything stays the same in your physical reality. Why? Why would I want to waste my time visualizing my life exactly the same? Wait. Let me explain. For the sake of uniformity, and so I'm only using one type of example in this video. I'm going to use an example that I always use, but let's say that you desire a very specific job, a job that you want. So you just found out the sun is just throwing off the lighting in my video so much, but we are vibing with it. We are going with it. If I look super yellow, I'm sorry. You know I'm not yellow. I'm brown and bendy. So let's say you want a very specific job. You desire one job and you want it really bad. That is our example for today's video. So 10 minutes ago, you got a call from the hiring manager saying, this job is yours. You knew how much you wanted to get paid. You will be getting paid that much. No doubt about it. It's official. So what this technique does is it allows you to put yourself in that place right now. If you found out 10 minutes ago that you were hired into your dream job, chances are in 10 minutes, not much changed in your physical reality, but internally, vibration-wise, everything's different. Everything has evolved. All of a sudden, I have a cat now. All of a sudden, you are a person who has faith, who sees possibility, and God forbid, you're excited about the future because you know good things are coming because someone just told you that your whole life has changed. Unfortunately, it takes a moment. It takes these events to happen for us to give ourselves permission to enjoy life, to be faithful, to have gratitude for everything. We need specific things to happen for us to say, okay, I'm gonna allow myself to enjoy this. So sometimes to get out of that habit, we have to learn how to teach ourselves to feel that joy, to feel that faith, to feel that excitement, to feel like anything can happen through getting there, through visualization. So that's essentially what we're doing. What this technique does is it takes the pressure off of your desire. Your desire is yours to want, and we are allowed to want whatever we want, and we are worthy of anything in this universe. You can have whatever you want. The only thing that stops us from getting what we want is resistance. Us telling ourselves subconsciously that we are not worthy of this desire, that people like us do not get things like this, that it's just not the way the world works. We create blocks mentally ourselves. So by imagining that someone already told you that it's yours and you have time to enjoy this desire, by doing that, you were taking the pressure off of waiting for the moment. Waiting for someone to tell you, waiting for someone to give you permission to act as if you already have it. by acting as if you already have it. Give yourself that permission. Though desires are awesome, we have to remember, we have to stay conscious and remember that no one desire can take our vibration from low to high. One event, one thing happening cannot make a person with a low vibration who hates their life turn into a person with a high vibration who loves their life. No one event can make that happen. Nothing can happen to make you shift that much. If you hate your life, if you hate everything about your life, if someone gave you $1 million tomorrow, you would still find reasons to hate everything about your life. You would just have $1 million. So we have to stop believing that if we get something, we'll be happier. If something's different, we will be happier. Because the happiness comes from the inside. The happiness comes from our perspective. The happiness comes from our faith. So we have to learn how to strengthen those parts of our perspective. The really cool thing about this technique is that it also allows you to figure out how you really feel about the desire. Let's say that you got the call 10 minutes ago saying, hey, you got the job. It's yours. Putting yourself in that place, visualizing that, will bring up emotions. For every person, that will be different. For example, one person might start to feel nervous. One person might start to feel paranoia. They might start to think, oh God, I do have the job. Oh God, I'm not good enough. Oh God, like people will be depending on me. These types of thoughts are egotistical. These types of thoughts convince us that we know what's going to happen in the future and we know exactly how this job's going to be set up and we know that everyone there is better than us. And we can learn through this technique to listen to these thoughts and say, okay, I don't actually believe this. I'm glad I put myself in this situation so that I can work on these blocks and bring my desire closer. So those are egotistical blocks that can be worked through. On the other end of the spectrum, if you do this technique and you realize that you got your dream job 10 minutes ago, you might realize that, hey, these are 40, 50, 60-hour weeks that my job comes with. I love it. I love the product of it, but I don't really know if I want to be that committed to a job. You know how people say you can't really know how something feels until you experience it? It's kind of like that idea. And that is actually true. You don't really know. But by visualizing and getting yourself mentally as close to that place as possible, you may think of things that you didn't think of when you thought that this was something that could never happen. So you told yourself that you have the job, or someone called and told you that you have the job, and you realize that it's not really what you wanted. You just like the idea of it. But if you have to get dressed tomorrow and go in and start working, that thought doesn't really excite you. And if you realize that, then that's awesome, because you kind of eliminated another thing that you thought may possibly make you happy, but it wasn't on your path. And that allows you to move on to other things and find yourself even more, as opposed to spending time pursuing something that isn't necessarily attached to your highest self. This is the meat of the video. This is the point. There is so much power in being content. There is so much power in being content because it allows you to shift into an abundance mindset. If you imagine that someone told you you received your desire, whatever it is, 10 minutes ago, you understand that nothing has yet manifested into your physical reality. But all of a sudden, the sun's shining a little bit brighter. I love this technique because it allows us to back away from that idea that if our house was different, you know, if I bought this bigger house, I'd be happier. If I bought this nicer car, I'd be happier. If I had cooler clothes, if I had nicer shoes, that would do it. Because then when you realize that you got the job and you realize all those things are coming as a result of you receiving your desire, it instills patience in you. It instills a knowing in you. But the thing is, we want to get to a place where we have this knowing without the manifestation techniques. That's what the point of this technique is, to get you to attach to that part of yourself that has faith in source. because we are taught to not have genuine faith. We are taught by society to not believe it until we see it. We are taught that if no one else experienced it, it's not possible. So we have to teach ourselves how to have the muscle memory to really believe in something bigger than this physical reality. Lastly, I love this technique because it allows us to have faith that we can mold our reality into what we want. Having the feeling that someone called you 10 minutes ago to tell you you got whatever desire you want allows you to become excited about all the things that are going to happen, all the things that are coming up, all the experiences you are about to have. That's how you should feel about life in general. This technique allows us to have genuine faith that we can really, even though we're happy with where we are, even though we are content, even though we are thankful for all the things currently in our life, this technique reminds us that we have the power, we have the ability, it is possible for us to mold our lives in the direction that we want. We are allowed to want to steer the ship. And once we realize that we have the power to steer the ship, that's when the magic starts happening. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up so that other people know that it's valuable and that they should watch it. If you'd like me to expand on anything that I've talked about, please leave a comment down below and I will make sure to read it and respond to it and explain myself a little deeper. And last but not least, please make sure that you are subscribed so that you can be around for my next video. I love you so much, and I'm so thankful that you're here. I'll see you next time. Bye.